Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Chargers of San Diego taking on the New England Patriots. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike Williams the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. But you look at this Patriots defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Patriots, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Here is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cunningham. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Elliott running right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
My, maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
Over the middle, he's got Gesicki. And caught it up. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. Once more, here's Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cunningham to throw. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. The Patriots add 8-3 now. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Seven Pirates. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Cunningham. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Allen's first catch, good for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Running on first down, Eckler. He'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Cunningham looking to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. A give to Elliott running left. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, smash.
Now Cunningham. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Matt Judon, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far. That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack and a 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Here's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll work down inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Second down and 8. Here's Cunningham. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Looking to throw. Cunningham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Cunningham. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Herbert on 1st down now. Being chased out left. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a 1st down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Touchdown! Keenan Allen with career touchdown number 60. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 15 now. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. 1 second, all that remains. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's Cunningham from the gun. And that one complete to Hodgins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Okay, great.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Looking to throw. Cunningham. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a give running left is Eckler. And just shedding him off there. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here now, 3rd and a yard. It's Eckler again. Busting free at the 10. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Eckler now between the tackles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Patriots 6. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
To throw on second down, Cunningham. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
To throw on third down, Cunningham. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Dayon Henley. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got a stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Up the middle with Eckler. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 143 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now Herbert off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Xander Horvath
From 4 yards out.
And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or 2? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Touchdown, Patriots.
Tyquan Thornton,
75 yards.
and the Patriots are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
19 tight. Check, smash, check. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Levante David in on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously...
Touchdown, Chargers! Mike Williams, 41 yards. And the Chargers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but and now off to the races down the right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Looking for Thornton, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
18, Pioneer. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about.
Patriots 22.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Herbert. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And Eckler is going to pick up a Chargers first down as he'll get this down inside the 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 26-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now it's Herbert. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces